Rona, you're most welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
I realize that a wellness nurse has to keep time. You really kept time.
Thank you so much.
That's one of the other,
yes.
the other elements
Yes.
for someone to be better. Angel Imani, good to have your company. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very well. How are you, Sandra? Thank you so much for having me here today.
I am the happiest to have women and hearing their stories. So amazing and so inspiring. Well, celebrating the women in ICT. ICT is something that we have to live with each and every day. It's not just about it's a tech thing, it's the in thing around, but as it has helped to ease work. Just getting to know, how do you incorporate ICT when it comes to your daily work? You, who is a herbal consultant? I'll start with Angel there.
Thank you so much for that question. Now, for me, really, my job is all about research, is what I can say. I need to go dig, I need to go in the background, find out what do these herbs do, what are their benefits, how can they help the people. And the best way you can get, this information is like by doing research. You find like other documents prior professors have done, or other doctors or other herbalists have done. So it's really important for us to have like ICT or internet itself. So I won't be able to get this information if I don't have that. So I'm really so grateful that we have the internet, we have the computers, we have the phones, all this information that keeps on coming up. It like burdens my brain or my work life, so I'm able to be like compare, and I'm like, oh, this research, I found this, I've also found this, so I'm able to be like, oh, this herb can do this, this and this. So it's really been very beneficial for all of us.
It's not like a shortcut that you're spoon-fed and at the end of the day you kind of relax. So you're like, I don't know, I just get to my phone and ask Mr. Google about it.
No, it's not really all about that, because, you know, research really takes time. Like, you see, even just doing a herb, you can get like 6 months to a year. So if someone has done this, they're making your work easy. So it's not like I'm being spoon-fed, it's just making my work a bit easy and lighter.
Wow, it sounds lovely.
Yes.
I'll just get to Rona right here. How do you incorporate ICT on a daily, on your schedule, as you carry on with your work every single day?
ICT has really been of great help with our work. Not only us, but also our clients out there. You've seen people having watches, those watches that show when someone is jogging or something, it shows this is the race you've run, these kilometers. So it has really helped to maintain a good lifestyle. Also, it has helped us in research, like Imani said. We've been to research wider and broader to bring the facts to our clients. It has also enabled us, you know, to reach out to target people, like our clients out there. So through social media, we reach out to those people, and that is ICT. So we can't really do away with ICT. Yes.
Okay. I just want to get to know why Angel right there tried to take this particular path. Is it because of the sciences? Or because one would expect to see, okay, someone would expect in your age bracket, you get it. There's certain things you're like, this lady is so trendy, they cannot go that particular path. You know how people tend to comment.
I know.
Yes. For someone out there is trying to figure it out and love to be like you, how come you took that path? Maybe your story will be an inspiration to them.
Okay, a bit about my story is, ever since I was a child, I really wanted to be a doctor, like medical doctor. So I did everything I could to be that. I did BCM in high school. But then when I reached that campus, I was like, there are other ways I can be a doctor, right? So at home in the family background, we have people have done this before, like prior to me, like my grandma, my aunties, they're all like in this field. So I sat down and talked to my dad and was like, maybe you should also take this field. So I was like, okay, maybe we should look for a course. So when we went to Makere, actually the course was there, and I was so shocked, and I'm like, wow. Like, I didn't expect it to be like in UG even. But the course was called ethnobotany. This is where we study medicine from herbs. So I went and did the course, and I was so fascinated by the things plants can do, by the things weeds can do themselves. So I was like, wow, we have this treasure in nature, but we don't even know.
The unwanted weeds.
Exactly. exactly
You go
that.
study mulching and they tell you.
Yeah, so when I discovered that even modern medicine is gotten from these, I was so intrigued. I was like, this is where I need
Because
to
you have
go.
to ask. Because they say all the other medication that we do trust, the other tablets, you're like, there's a component that
Yes.
is African, there's a component
Yes.
that is nature itself.
Yes, please. Like so many of them. We can give an example.
So what goes wrong? Because I mean, at the end of the day, I'm like, I have this mululus, I'll just go boil and take. You get it? So what goes wrong? For me, because I mean, fine, there's that prescription of like, take 2 times 2.
Exactly.
Do not take an overdose. I take in the morning or before you go to bed. So what goes wrong if I have my glass of molulus and I just take it straight?
Actually, nothing can go wrong. It's just that people are just so prone to modern medicine than the herbal medicine. That's really the only thing.
It is a trust, not like
Exactly.
They don't have that trust of the build
Yes.
Uganda, the buy Uganda.
Yes. Or it's more of this thing of like, this is faster, I don't need to go cut the tree, cook it, what and what. I just go get the prescription and I take. Yeah, so most times it's an easy way out for people. That's why they choose.
Rona, moving to you, Nasasira. For someone who out there would love to be a wellness nurse, maybe listening to your story and why you took that particular path would be of much help. They'll be like, I think that person was really into sciences, always in the lab, mixing up things, chemistry, whatnot. Will I really manage? You know how some ladies tend to excuse themselves, like, that is for the men. We can't really handle, yeah?
Well, sciences are not for only men, because here we are. I mean, any lady out there, you can do it. You can do it. But still, you have to read. That's a fact. Like, you have to read. So my story, I was actually inspired by my background, like where I come from. People don't really appreciate wellness and nutrition. So when I was growing up, it really inspired me, like, I have to. First I did nursing, then I joined wellness after. But that's the main thing that inspired me. I think you've heard of, should I mention that tribe or not? But there's those people where I come from, they don't really embrace it. And they suffer from a lot of diseases because of that.
They don't embrace the
nutrition and
the
wellness,
nutrition.
yes.
They have issues, like
Yes.
different myth, tradition,
Myth,
beliefs.
exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
I wish people are those.
People that take a lot of milk.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, the milk lovers,
Yes.
the ones that come from the land that flows with milk and honey.
They be like,
So they need to reduce the milk intake.
yes.
That's where the problem comes from.
Yes, that's where the problem comes from. They really suffer from a lot, but it's very hard for someone to convince them. Actually, where I come from, I've not seen any wellness center there. So like, it's me to take it to them, yeah. I think they'll embrace it since it's their very own who is doing it. Yes, so that inspired me. Also, I love seeing people well. Like, it really hurts me to see people suffering from things that we can manage and end. Things like,
Or maybe just getting to know the role and maybe the responsibilities, because looks like you also really have a lot on your shoulders.
yes, yes, it's actually a lot. That's why we have to cooperate. It's not only me, because me as me, I can't really change their minds. So it's you, Imani, me, and them to come together and change that. It's in the mind, it's the mindset. So we have to teach them, reach out to them. Of course, with love. You can't tell someone, from today, don't take milk. Yeah, it's a process.
So wellness is about the nutrition, the good habits, the good
Yes,
morals
yes.
on a daily, someone's
Yes.
responsibility.
Yes, so it's about what you practice daily, like your lifestyle. What time do you wake up? What do you eat? How are you stressed? How far do you move? How do you work? Like, is it stressing, or all that matters?
It's tough to convince,
Yes.
to convince someone out there.
Yes, yes.
Just out of them. That's why others tend to be like, I will not go there.
Yes.
I know what they're going to say. They're going to tell me to stop the meat, stop the milk.
Yes, which is not true, because those particular foods have nutrients that our body needs. But if you overdo it, that means you're not leaving space for other nutrients. So we are not going to tell you to stop eating meats, but how often do you do meats? Yes, so that's all that matters. Plus, some people just come and you find that they don't like eating greens. They can't even look at them on their plates.
They don't want to go green.
Yes, they want meats, they want pizzas,
Spicy.
burgers, spicy, you know, and those are the things that affect our health. It might not occur overnight, but with time, your immunity lowers, then you start falling sick. From there, you have a chronic condition that you don't even know where it came from. Yeah, it's those small things, the
That you
little
never paid
foxes.
attention to.
Yes, yes. So we have to watch over everything that we do, everything that we do.
Okay, that is really interesting. Makes us move to Angel there. For clarity, with the green, you must be disturbed for someone out there who doesn't like green. I'm thinking, and also I think it scares you when you hear talks of like our forests. For example, per se, if they're cutting down the trees and issues arising that is to do with Budongo forest, and lots other people had issues to do with it, like leave the green, the climate change also having impact on us. Tell us more about the green and the experience that you had even way back in school.
I think I'm someone who just loves nature, like so much. What I actually loved about my course so much is that we always used to go for field trips. Like so much. We would find ourselves like in Queen, or you be in Chivale, or you go to Marira, like just to do research, you know. And it was really a nice experience because it was all of like they were grooming us into what we are going to become. Because now, what I am now, I'm able to go even out myself and search for those things. And I really don't like it when people, the word I should use is mess with nature. Cut down forests, you know, everything that happens, even people who stay in swamps. I don't think that's right, really, because from there we're able to discuss a lot, like even that little grass you find somewhere there has a lot of benefits. That weed you find growing alongside the street has medicinal benefits to it, but we haven't really discovered this yet. And then whenever these distractions come up where people are cutting down trees for timber or people are cutting down forest areas for settlement, it's really making some of these plants or herbs extinct, because when they destroy, you might find like that herb is only grown in that area. And when you destroy it, we shall lose it forever and we won't be able to know what does it do, what happened, where can we get it again. Or for instance, when like people cut down like grass areas to settle, or even, now you've talked about even climate change, like the imbalance of the rain and the sun is really affecting growth of most of these herbs. And you find like in Uganda, we don't like do like comprehensive like farming of these things or growing of these herbs on like a huge scale. So we
I was
just
here to ask if you go out to look for them, search for them, because I remember way back it was easier for our
Yes.
mothers to get them.
Yes, yes.
You have a
that's
stomach
very
ache,
true.
you have this, a headache, they just go to the garden
Yeah.
and they boil something up for you. Are they easy to find?
These days, it's actually very hard to find. But then we have an option of like either you can import in, or we have like people are specialized in that. They go in the forests and look for you the herbs you want. You can just give them like a list and they go and look for you those herbs.
But you know how, do you know how tough that is?
I know.
Exaggeration.
Yes,
They're going to
yes,
exaggerate
yes.
the figure.
Exactly.
I remember during the COVID crisis, like, oh, let's go herbal. It's the way to go. God has really blessed us as a country. Let's do the green. We shall get the cure. And you ask for someone for like, for the different kinds, about 7 or 6 for you to
Yes.
boil and steam. 400,000. Exaggeration.
That's very true. Actually, when you talked about COVID, I remembered when we used to buy lemon at like 5K. And I was like, what?
And how many pieces would you buy?
Talk about it, like one, you know, you'll be like, okay, I thought I had like a 10K, I can buy like 5. You reach there like 1 is 5 and you're like, okay.
So is it tough for you, you people to go out and get those herbal medicines?
Yes, please. It's very hard. But then these days what we really advise is that anyone who even has like a small compound in your house, you can plant a few of those, you know. Now like most people have like spices in their homes. rosemary, peppermint. Those are like very common. A lot of people have them in their homes. Lavender. They just grow them, but they're really very beneficial. So really what I would advise is that all of us out there to just pick up the habit. Plant a few around your home. Get like a small garden. It will really be beneficial for you.
You should have a campaign going through, like the whole government goes out to distribute mosquito nets and all that, and also giving out seedlings to the farmers. They should also think about people in the nutrition area.
True, yes.
They should also go out, each household, and provide such for someone to plant. What do you think?
Actually, I support that 100%. Yes.
I support that because these are the things that our body needs, and if they perish, meaning we won't be having like a very easy way to go on certain diseases. Yes.
Away from okay, that I'm sure is just partly part of the other issues or the other challenges that you face as you carry on with your work in your field. What else would you love to air out to the public or to the people in authority, the concerns? You never know who is watching could reach out to you.
Whoever is watching, please, number one, deforestation is not the best thing. We can all be environmentalists because this is nature. This is nature. And our government officials should really put their, standard operating procedures for people to know that what they're doing is not right and they can do better. Instead of cutting down these trees, there's always a substitute. There's solar energy now. So we don't really need to cut down trees for maybe charcoal. You get? There are very many better options. And I advise you people to plant herbs like Imani said, because you need them. You need them. If you plant your rosemary, you won't need to come to our wellness center to buy it at a cost like that is a bit high, of course.
Yeah, because of the value addition,
yes,
I suppose.
Exactly. Yes, so we advise you all to take control and plant these things in your gardens, in your compounds, even if you have a small space. I saw recently someone, they cut a jerry can, put soil and planted like herbs, and that is very good. You can't say you don't have land when when you have plastics out there. So there are better options than cutting down trees or perishing the forest that we have. And the herbs, yes, there's a better option, and that starts with you. Yes.
Well, Imani, would you love to add thoughts to it when it comes to the other challenges that you people encounter?
The biggest, one of the other challenges we face is that most people are not aware of this, of wellness, or of the benefits of like the herbs have. So what we would really advise is that we should increase like our sensitization out there so that people are more informed about like the benefits or of the things these herbs can do or wellness can help your body with. Now, as we have said, like back in the days, this is what our parents used to do, but it has now died out. Like if you look in this current generation, people no longer do this. Like you won't find someone going like, let me take a cup of mololus, and no. They'll be like, I want coatem, let me go to the pharmacy, get some, I'm good to go. So what I should really advise is that it's better we go back to our core roots. It will really help us like so much. Yes, please.
Something else, the course you mentioned earlier on, I don't even remember how to pronounce the word itself. You're going to repeat it for the viewer and maybe putting more light onto it. How easy is it? Because originally you also didn't know it was existing in Uganda. You thought you would have to travel abroad and do it.
True.
Yes. How easy is it for someone out there would love to take your path?
Okay, so firstly, the name of the course is called Ethnobotany. So if I break it down, ethno is more about people, and then botany is about the plants. So what the course really entails is the relationship between people and plants, and how plants help the well-being of people. So for anyone out there who would want to try out this course, truth be told, you should come with the mind of you're going to read a lot of books. Yes, but it's very doable.
Yeah, sleepless nights and having cold feet. You have to put the legs into the bucket. Cold back.
Okay, me and someone who like catches from the board, so I didn't have sleepless nights, truth be told, but it has,
research was your passion.
Yes, like I just like knowing new things. I'm that person who likes like knowing new things and searching out what does it do, where does it end, which chemicals are in there. I want to know exactly. So someone should come with that curious mind. They want to learn, they want to know more, they want to broaden their knowledge. Yes,
why this leaf is in this shape?
Exactly.
Why this part?
Why does it have thorns? Why exactly? So you should come with that curious and inquisitive mind. Then trust me, that course will be very easy for you to do, like very, very easy.
It is not just like you have to do it to pass the exams. Because others tend to do, because I mean, I was forced. Everyone in the family has taken this path. It's kind of you're forced. Or maybe you just do because you have to pass the examinations, or it's the in thing. It will be easier for you to get through to the job market.
I can't really say that. You have to go to that course when you have the passion for that. When you do for just passing, you'll stop there, you won't extend. Because truth be told is that we are very few in Uganda who actually extend to be herbalists out there or to do wellness. Because now these days we incorporate it with wellness. As Rona has said, is that when you handle wellness, you need herbs, you need the diet beat. So we complement ourselves. So if someone just does it for just passing, we'll just stop at passing and go out there and look for another course, maybe sales. I will do sales, or I will do marketing, because those are everywhere, you know. So you should come with this thing of like, I want to really do this. So you should have the passion for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Rona, just getting to you. How easy was it for you, the particular course you did, for someone else that really wants to turn out to take your path and be a one? You did nursing.
Yes.
There's really a lot to read. You wanted to upgrade and specialize into wellness. How easy was it for you? Or how will it be for someone out there who wants to take that particular path?
Well, I found it really easy because I had the passion. Number one is the passion. If you don't have the passion to do something, trust me, you will never do it. Parents can push you to do something, and you study it and even graduate, but you won't be happy doing it. Plus, this specific section of nursing, it's about people's lives. You're going to touch people's lives. So if you're not passionate, you might end up killing people instead of saving their lives. So you have to really be passionate about it before you do it. You have to have that inner feeling of, yes, I want to save lives. Yeah, I should do nursing. If you're not into it, don't waste your time. Don't go there.
It's not like for the dropouts, since you're not able to go through the A-level bit and go to the campus and things like that, you have a shortcut into nursing. You just have to do it with the passion.
The passion. But still, you need the books. You need the books. I think in Uganda, we still have that shortcut of, from Form 4, you can join and do certificate in nursing. Also from Form 6, depends on the grades you got. But it's very possible to do nursing in Uganda. We have very many nursing schools in Uganda. Yes.
It's the passion and doing the books right.
Yes, the passion and doing the books right. Actually, some people may be having the knowledge, but experience, like doing it with your hands, that's passion. I can be knowing, yes, I can put an IV, I can do this and this. When I go to the hospital for placement, I don't want to touch people because probably they're stinking or something. So that also,
the wound looks so dirty,
yes,
you can't imagine.
You can't touch, you can't do what. You can't really do nursing if your heart is not dealt with. Yes, You can't.
You need to first treat your own self.
Yes.
Treat your heart.
Yes, your heart.
Okay. Rona.
Yes.
Let me just move to Imani first. With the plant species that we have, and how we're blessed as a country, we still do get the other medications from other countries. Maybe because Ugandans out there, some would be like, buy Uganda, build Uganda, I cannot trust something from my own nation. Maybe, and then I cannot trust the herbalists themselves. And then they will have the things of like the exaggerated pricing. And then, will they give me the right prescription? I'll give you an example. A lady was like, she has cough, my daughter has cough, and she has a cold and things like that. I need to get the lemons, try to do something, the onions, and try to blend and mix something for the daughter. And then the husband is like, you want to kill my child? Who told you to do that? You have to take her to the hospital, you get it. Why do you give them a first aid or try to give them like a prescription you're not sure about the content itself? How much can someone take, or the intake? And then you say they cut down the trees, it's hard to get the species that you need. Where do we stand as a nation? Do you think we can still be able to produce our own products, our own tablets, and not have to go? Fine if they've cut the trees, we import those particular plants and do the medication ourselves. How possible is it?
It's actually very, very possible. With what we have currently now, you can be able to make something out of it. So if someone can be able to import in some of those herbs, they can actually bring them in, package them very well, and they can be able to produce them to the market out there. And then it's even here in UG, we're able to make like capsules out of those herbs. Some people have this propaganda of like, I can't take a herb, like the powder, or it's very yucky, or it's sour, or I can't drink the cup. People in UG now these days have a thing of like, tablets are easy to take. When you give me the powder, I have to look for hot water, I have to move with the powder everywhere I go, but with the capsule, one pill I'm going to go, one pill I'm going to go. So these days, actually, most of us who produce herbal medicine, we are trying to bring in that aspect of making them into tablets so that we make it easy for most of our clients. So it's really very, very possible. And with the little plant species we have left currently now in Uganda, is we just need to do more research and find out what can they do, what benefits do they have. When we are able to discover that, we can be able to produce medicine, because truth be told is that you can find one herb that has like 10 benefits. So you can be able to categorize it and you're like, I'll put it for cough, I'll put it for malaria, or we can distribute it in like all aspects, since it can do all those benefits. So it's more about like the researchers to be able to do more research about what we have left currently now, because they all have medicinal benefits. I'm so sure everything we put on this earth has a benefit. So if we are able to do more research about what's remaining, that's very good. And then if there are people who are able to import in, now like the biggest producers of herbal medicine, we have like India, we have China, Korea, Japan. If someone has the finances to be able to bring in these inUganda, that's also very good.
And look out for people like Imani. We'll definitely have good products come through.
Yes, please.
Are there cases of like, they take them to other nations? We are not having them to benefit us, but we're taking them to other nations.
Yes,
for them
please,
to
yes, please. Now, most of us who do actually herbs, we can export. We have a lot of clients like outside. Yeah, be it in UK, USA, even Africa itself. When people find out you have a specific herb and it can help their issue, they always reach out. And
don't you feel bad or get goosebumps and then you're like, oh, I'm selling it out, I'm exporting it. God, we could have used it for our own people.
No. Truth be told is that in our business, everyone is a client and everyone is a patient. So whoever needs it at that time and you have it, please give it to the person, because they need it more than that one who is unaware of what it does.
You need to have a conversation with Minister of Health and the president himself to throw more light on so many things. Rona, if you had an opportunity to meet His Excellency or the opportunity to sit down, people in authority, those who are concerned from Ministry of Health, what would you want them to start with, or what would be your concerns to them when it comes to your space?
Well, Number one would be sensitization. People out there, we see them move, but they don't have the knowledge about what we do. All they know is nutrition, eating greens, no meats, no milk. Like, that's all they know. Yet, it's not the truth. So people need the knowledge. And that starts with you and me, and the government, of course. We have to embrace it first, and it has to work in us before we put it out there. Yes. So if a client finds me, eating a pizza, imagine, and I always tell them, please do vegetables.
They walk into a health facility and they find you having a pizza.
And when they come, I make a meal plan of
so like
sweet potato, one serving, this and this. They'll be like, so you tell me to do this, but you don't do it. So we have to embrace it first. Also, the government has to really throw light onto it for people to know. If it means deploying nutritionists, dietitians in our villages or in our communities, they can do that. They can do that. Because we are available.
But many think it's fancy, yeah? It's for those who are okay when it comes to, having a budget to have a wellness nurse be part of my budget. They think it's kind of expensive.
Actually, wellness is cheap if you do it yourself. If you don't do it, you come to us, and of course we'll charge you. But if you start your day with meditation, a glass of water, and you watch your day doing the right things, you won't need supplements. Like you need supplements, but you won't need like much attention from us because you're doing the right thing. Why people say that it's expensive and it's for expensive people is because these particular people, they don't like, the hard life. Like, I have money, so I have to take breakfast of milk, chapati, these eggs, like a full table. And that harms their health. So they end up getting these diseases that people say, these diseases like hypertension, like diabetes, are for rich people. I think that's the reason. But wellness is for everyone, all age groups, from pregnant mothers with a baby that is inside, you all need wellness, to the eldest person.
Well, a viewer out there, good to know you're still watching and following our conversation, celebrating women in ICT, and of course, the ladies also from health are getting to know how ICT has been of help to their space as far as health is concerned. Now, in regards to our talk of the day, of course, I'm having Imani, who is a herbal consultant, and also Rona, who was just sharing with you briefly. She's a wellness nurse. For those of you who have just joined us, we are from Monday to Wednesday every single morning. Just getting to Imani there, why do they tag you Afere? Hey, the herbalists out there, Mama, you go. The exaggerated fee, oh my God. They're going to tell you have this, you have that. Do they really have the equipment to use, or they just prescribe using off-head and then like take the mululuza, take the chigaji, those things. Then they tag you Afere. How come it's like that?
That has come about because, truth be told, is that there are some in this business who do that out there. So if
sorry to cut you short, like others don't know
exactly
that it's a profession. Exactly. Someone has to go to class and do it.
Yes.
Like everyone is in media. Everyone who has a smartphone is a journalist. They put a story out.
Yes.
Is it because of that as well?
Or that plays a part, but it's just that most people actually who do this, as you've said, they don't know that there are even courses. You need to go to school and learn more about this. It's just that most people who know it, who do it, have like prior knowledge from like the previous generations. Someone will be like, I can start this business. My grandma also did it. What do I need? I need to go look for this, have this, this, and this, and prescribe out there. But they don't know that some of these things have like effects, or some of these can harm someone in a way. So someone who is educated, they know the right herb to give someone and what not to give someone. So when people just go out there and they're like, I'm looking for a herbalist, and then they just land on someone random and they're like, you can take this, 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 and this. And then someone takes the herb and then it affects them in certain way or it doesn't work. So they categorize all of us in that group and they're like, all of you have a failure, which is not the case.
And then they would also be like, she's young. We need someone who's so old. Yes. Who has lived through the years and can be able to tell those plant species.
Yes.
Has it happened to you?
So many times, which is actually very wrong, because we have the knowledge and we have the experience. Because we have handled a variety of clients and we know what we prescribe to them work, we know the right doses to give them. So what we really advise out there is that people shouldn't just go to everyone, they should go to like certified experts, because they're there. We are there.
What are some of those other things that you'd love to see change?
It's the fact that I would love people to give herbal medicine a chance and to stop putting it out there in a way of like, no, these things don't work, modern medicine works. So me, I would really love so much if Uganda as us, we can be able to rely more on herbal medicine than modern medicine.
Have you tried to take some time off and do like research when it comes to these important medications that we get?
Yes, please.
And yeah, because there's a sad story. I will not maybe mention the health facility or maybe the product they've been taking, but the lady passed on. A story we've been sharing on our social media platforms as the national broadcaster. Because of that particular medication she was on for a while from whichever country it is that we won't mention on air. So have you tried, as much as you do the research in what we really have, what we're blessed to have as a nation and what can really help for safety and good health for the Ugandans, have you tried to take time off to do research when it comes to those important medications and you're like, this is really not good? Yes. We should be out of the market.
Most times is that when clients come to see us, we always ask for like a prior prescriptions or medicines that have ever been on. That's like the easy way we are able to do like this research is like someone will come and they're on a medicine and then you'll do more research on that medicine and you find like it has in chemicals that are really dangerous to the body, like chemicals that have adverse effects, chemicals that can affect your liver function, chemicals that have like very heavy toxins and they can affect your body. In that when people take them in the long run, their bodies deteriorate and they can't tell that it's the medicine they're taking that is affecting their body. So when someone comes to see us and then I ask you, what have you taken before? And I find out and I'm like, oh, these are like wrong medicines. So I can't really say wrong, but none the right since they have like really bad chemicals in there. But truth be told is that every medicine that is out there has a bit of plant in it, but it has more other adverse chemicals in there. So what really should be better is that before someone takes any medicine prescribed to them, they should really do more research about it and find out. These days we have internet, really, it gives
would you be so bold, so bold enough to meet the Minister of Health and you're like, hey, I've done my research, you should take this medicine off the market?
Yes, please, if I'm given the opportunity. Like, truth be told,
or you'd be like her.
No, we have to give it to them the way it is. If there is medicine on the market and it's making people sick, it's causing liver issues, it's affecting people's immunities, then we have to communicate. Because it's not one person taking that medicine. They'll prescribe it to we have like 1,000 pharmacies in Uganda. So you find like most of those pharmacies have the same medicine. So if we find like someone got this medicine and affected this and them like this, it's better to advise the community and be like, stop taking this, or let's give you a healthier alternative. Yes, please.
Maybe just hearing a few words from Rona before we let you go, because I'm sure like we promised earlier on we'll be giving you updates from police itself, and our team is already on ground. Rona, briefly from you. What can I eat on a daily? Like I have a supplement, taking a pill every day. What can I eat to supplement or to put away the supplement and have a meal on a daily, or maybe a fruit or kind of green?
You know, food and supplements move hand in hand. You eat the food, the healthy meal, but at a certain point you need the supplementation. You can't have all the nutrients that you need. You may eat well, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner. You may eat well the whole day, but you've spent the whole day in your office. You've not moved out to get some vitamin D from the sunlight. So you need supplementation somehow. You need supplementation.
Sorry to cut our conversation short. Well, we'll leave it at this. We'll definitely give the ladies yet another opportunity to come and share more for this episode, as joined by Angel Imani, herbal consultant at the extreme end from Nela. Thank you for your time. And next to me, Rona Nasasira, wellness nurse. Thank you for your time. So we had to cut you short. National broadcaster. We have to let the viewer get updates from police. Our team is already on ground, standing by to give you those highlights. My name is Sandra Kahun. It was a pleasure to spend time with you, to be here and serve the nation. Looking forward to having your company. That is tomorrow, same time, same place. God bless you.
And so you will notice that there are some of the witnesses whom we interviewed from the beginning, whom we reinvited to appear at CID headquarters. Some of them have not appeared. For instance, last Friday, we summoned the Honorable Minister of State for Karamoja Affairs, Honorable Agnes Nandutu, to reappear at CID headquarters and to clarify on certain additional areas of inquiry, but she did not turn up. But I'd like to remind all witnesses who are a subject of investigation at the same time to please cooperate with the task team of investigators. The information that we require can help either prove the allegations against them or disprove the allegations that have been put against them. We continue to also see the media do a lot of speculative reporting, some of which is sensational and